So there's a lot of chocolate here.
Yeah! Rally Barbados 2013! You get set!
So, Rally Barbados 2013. We ain't got much time. We gotta make this thing happen. Let we go. Welcome to the paradise island of Barbados. With white sandy beaches on the coast, the 431 square kilometer island is perfect for relaxing and lazying around at the beach. That is until Sol Rally Barbados rolls around every year and the peaceful atmosphere is broken up with the highly tuned speed machines lying in wait to launch their assault on the asphalt that lines the Barbadian roads. The service bar. Sol Rally Barbados. Over 90 cars entered to battle 54.5 competitive kilometers on day one. Some drivers shared their views.
We love the whole scene over here. We love Rally Barbados. We've done it twice. This is our third year competing, and there was never a question of us not coming. We'll be here next year and the year after that and the year after that, God willing. I wish there were more training competitors, but maybe next year we'll get a couple more cars, you know. We'll see.
The car absolutely faultless, so that's no problem. So we didn't have to do anything during the week. So we're just literally ready to go now for the first stage and see how the main rally pans out. But yeah, I'm quite confident, really.
And what's the game plan?
Flat out.
A little bit nervous at the moment, but otherwise good.
And in terms of your game plan, what's the game plan?
Game plan is to keep it on your road and pick up the pace a little bit.
Everything's fine with us, fine with Ewan. You know, the good thing for Ewan is Papa's been here the last 3 years, so cars did well. We both thought we got a lot of grip. We worked with him. Dave Crawford does an excellent job, and we worked on getting grip, hence lowering and that. So King of the Hill is a great thing for us. So we really get the cars, because coming in from Scotland, you know, we've really got to get back to what you'd say is Barbados settings. So we're good. You're getting good grip, Ewan, as well.
Yeah, car felt good on King of the Hill. We felt there was plenty of grip to be had, and we took a lot of, well, the car's quite new to me with different engine and gearbox, but we felt we learnt a lot on King of the Hill. It was good to get a wee shakedown prior to the full rally, you know.
Well, we're relaxed, we're looking forward to it. It's quite tough out there now. Some of the stages are quite difficult. Probably more difficult than we expected, but we're going to give it a good go and we'll see how we get on.
Paul, we've just received bad news. You're not driving today. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been struggling with this hydraulic problem since before King of the Hill. We've tried every avenue we can try. My sister and her daughter flew to England and went to M Sport and back in 48 hours this week. Okay, and we can't get the problem solved. We need parts. Now, without the parts, it's not going anywhere. We've narrowed it down to you know, like an area in the hydraulic system. Is probably the bootstrap tank has a crack in it. The valve block has a crack in it. So we just need to put a new bootstrap tank on it, really. But we can't be sure. Like, that would be the first thing we would change, and that that's very likely to fix the problem right there. It may not be that, it may be something else. But there's something in the hydraulic system that is not functioning the way it should, and the car it doesn't have center diff pressure, it doesn't have launch, it's not changing gears properly. It's actually not safe to drive, and that's why I've decided that I need to pull out.
And you've already got a pretty good hype. You've won King of the Hill. What's the feeling now?
Feeling good, feeling a little nervous, a little antsy. Hard to believe in an hour we're gonna be any stages, but I'm feeling good, feeling ready. Everything is good with car, everybody's relaxed, so the game plan for today is obviously we don't want to hang around. We need to try and push pretty hard from the start, and I can try and push pretty hard, but obviously in the same breath, you know, your rally is not be won in the first 3 stages, so just try and get through the first loop and then reassess and then figure out if we need to attack from there or what the plan is, basically.
We're coming out of the blocks firing straight from the word go.
We have a new partnership in terms of Rally Barbados, a new co-driver. How is that partnership working out?
Yeah, it's good, mate. Rally's my regular co-driver from back home, so it was working well so far. So I don't think we've been out of the top 3, so or top 2 back home. So it's been working on the top 3. So we've got a good relationship going. So yeah, he wants to win as much as I do.
There's one thing you have to tell the competitors out there for Rally Barbados. What would you say?
Just watch out for the Birdman.
The first stage of the morning, Luke Hill, St. Peter. We rock! Having won the Scotiabank King of the Hill the weekend before, Barbados' Neil Armstrong and Barry Ward were first on the tarmac stages of Sol Rally Barbados 2013. However, on the very first stage in their Suzuki SX4 WRC, they had a misfiring problem. Defending champion Paul Bird had no such problems, and it was an incredible opening stage for him as he made an impressive getaway and was just shy of 3 seconds faster than his closest rival on the 4.8-kilometer Luke Hill stage. Another local driver, Roger Skeet, had a new engine in the belly of the S12B Super Imprinted WRC for this grueling 2-day rally. He was third on the first stage and had a massive fight on his hands. England's Steve Perez had shown he had the pace to be at the sharp end of the rally, but then this happened. And in Barbados, that is too much time to lose. England's Roger Duckworth had plummeted to 63rd after the first stage at Luke Hill, but recovered on the next loop with a top 10 stage time. Hoping to keep the rest of the two-wheel drive crews behind them, Roger and Barry Mears found themselves 3 seconds off the leading two-wheel drive time. That time was set by Josh Reed, who was 4th fastest on the stage and leading the Super Modified 10 class as a result. England's Kevin Proctor had a cautious first stage and was outside the top 20, but recovered on the next loop to be there in the top 5 stage times. Local driver Roger Hill knew that defending the WRC2 class was going to be a tough battle after he was 3rd at King of the Hill. He was never out of the top 10 times in the morning loop at Luke Hill. Ian Warman had been just off the leading two-wheel drive pace all year. However, this time he was just 1 second adrift in the first stage. Ireland's Eddie Power was the leading entry from his homeland. His first stage time put him 20th overall. Brett Clark had been struggling with the reliability issues in the Citroen C2. Darrell Clark posted the leading modified 7 time, which was just outside the top 10. Dean Serow was looking much more improved in this rally, and he sat in 13th place after stage 1. Fresh from a Rally Trinidad victory, Jamaica's Jeffrey Panton was on it from early and was second. Red Watson had been just behind Dean Serow on the stage and he was leading Super Modified 12. The battle for Modified 7 was shaping up to be a good one, as Ireland's Tommy Doyle and his Reynolds Clio R3 was just over a second behind the time set by Darrell Clark. Rob Swan started off with a bang and was leading WRC2 after the first stage. Jeffrey Noel found himself trailing in Group N by about 1 second. And leading the class was Andrew Malaloo. After winning Super Modified 11 at King of the Hill, Dane Skeet was off to a good start in Sol Rally Barbados as he led the class once again and was 12th overall. Jeffrey Elliott was leading Group B1. Andrew Jones was second in Super Modified 11 as he searched for the right mix between flair and speed. Owen Cumberbatch was the only one of his family of 3 drivers that was entered for this rally. The Netherlands' Frans Verbaas was second in Group B1 in his Mini Cooper S and was very consistent. Ralph White found himself 4th in the highly competitive Super Modified 10 class. Trinidad's Dave Coelho found himself trailing in 6th place of the WRC2 class. Ireland's Keith Power was giving local driver Neil Corbin a strong challenge in Modified 6. Nigel Warswick made the trip over from England and he was enjoying his time in the Ford Escort Mark II. Ireland's Raymond Conlon was letting it all hang out in Super Modified 11. Northern Ireland's Glenn Campbell and his female co-driver Sarah Willan. They were 3rd in Modified 11. Eric Allenby was behind this lead trio in Super Modified 10. Trevor Micey Manning was seemingly getting the hand of sliding around crackers. And as we see here, Alan Maynard was lucky to escape with no damage to the car. Randy Reid had a wild ride in this second of the course.